Okay. Hey, everybody on YouTube and Facebook. I started my Avon business very differently than most people, and I want to tell you about my online growth, how it's happened, hi, Sarah. What kind of led me down this path. And I know you get tired of hearing people's stories, but it's really like the backlog of why things happened for you. So I think it's worth bringing up, and people love to hear stories. So I want to tell you about how I was kind of forced down this route of doing things online, and how I want you guys to learn how to do it yourselves, because that is where the growth is at. Thank you guys. Hi, Linda and Jamie. So let's take a trip back to 2013. So we had our retail store in the mall. I'm sure you guys have all heard this. And the managers there were not nice. There was too much control that was happening outside of myself that I didn't like. They were judgmental. They made me move 3 times. If you didn't open at the right time, you'd be charged like $100 an hour. You're not allowed to close early. Let's see, what else sucked about that? Black Friday hours, staying open when we're not making money, and people quitting on Saturday nights. It was always, that's when it would always happen. These young girls didn't want the responsibility, and they would leave me hanging on Saturday nights. So I wanted to make some changes. I was scared about completely moving out of the mall because I did have a lot of foot traffic, but I didn't like how out of my hands the operations were for the business. So I decided that I was going to try to have both, because you have your indoor mall shoppers, you have your strip center shoppers. I thought maybe even though they were close together, that it would bring the 2 different types of customers, and I always thought bigger was better. And oh, Sarah, you're so sweet. So sweet. Bigger is not always better. So I had both stores going. They were doing a lot in sales, but the overhead was so high that I was sinking. You know, no, I was not turning a profit every month. I was freaking out. I was so stressed out. Not to mention trying to be a wife and a mom. And when things were really bad, I found out I was going to have the brain surgery. So, you know, I hit my lowest point. I was so scared. And I have anxiety too. So anxiety and brain surgery, they really don't go well together. Saying goodbye to my kids before going into that surgery was the hardest thing that I'd ever had to do. And so during all of these struggles, I pulled myself out of the 2 stores so that I could be marketing online. I thought that, okay, I can make more money than I would be saving if I was actually working in the store. So you really need to lead the direction of your business. You can't just let life happen or your Avon business just fall into place for you, because that doesn't happen. And I want to show you some of the results in my numbers from making some of those hard choices. There's Josh and Ava. Ava's about to lose another tooth. So I unfortunately picked like how to sell Avon online as one of my very first videos. And it's really not good. So if you guys are wanting to present and do more videos and you're a little intimidated, go watch my first videos. Okay, so 2013 is when we opened that second location. That year I had 13,800 in online sales. 2014, when I decided to do online marketing full time and had my brain surgery, my sales went up from 13,008 to 46,009. And online is just the trend of where things are going right now. So I want you all to learn how to make money selling Avon and being an Avon representative. It will help all of us. It will help the company. It will help the happiness and the retention of the representative. So I want to teach you how to make money. So what happened after that? I was doing blog posts. I kind of self-taught myself in social media and Facebook. So what are some of the tactics that have really taken me from, 13,800 in 2013 to 88,300 in 2017? So I learned the lesson after all of these moves to collect contact information everywhere you go. Try to be in places where you're going to collect someone's email address, someone's address, someone's phone number. Following up and putting those people into a marketing program is what is going to increase your sales, increase the reach of your posts, the popularity of your blog. So you really want to focus on becoming the best you that you can. And it's super important to keep track of these numbers so that you know whether you're growing or not. I do want to tell you, hi, Kimberly and Jenny. See, that's why I don't do that, because then I forget what I'm saying. Okay. You want to collect the people's names so that you can be marketing to them, to follow up with them. And they might not be ready to take action now, but it doesn't mean that they'll never be ready to take action. So you want to be their Avon contact when they decide that they want to buy or they want to sign up to be a representative. So you can collect face-to-face contact information by doing the sweepstakes giveaway. So we do that at our LABC. And what we do is we collect names and contact information, and we draw out a winner at the end of the month. What if you don't get out much and do not have transportation? So learn how to do the online marketing. Watch all of my videos and my training that will help you get involved in corporate training and events. Keeping your excitement up should really be your #1 goal in this business. You can collect people's contact information online through sweepstakes is the face-to-face. Subscription, so a blog subscription, a newsletter subscription, a catalog request. I get so many of those that I can't even fulfill them, but I do spell that out on my page. I say, submit your information. once you place an order on my website, you will receive the catalog in the mail. So what that does is gets me their email address so I can start marketing to them. And then when they finally do take action and make a purchase, I can follow up with a paper catalog. Believe it or not, a lot of the online customers still prefer the paper. Okay, so collecting contact info. Blogging has always been my #1 source for online sales and recruits. The thing to remember with online marketing is that it takes time. It does, and it's frustrating because you don't see the rewards. But it does start snowballing, so it becomes very big. And then that makes that all worth it. And the one thing that I keep stressing is that if I shut down my face-to-face business, it would stop. If I retired and kept my website up, that's another source of residual income from my online sales. So online sales may be harder to get initially, but they're easier to retain. They're a higher average order. They're less work for you. So all things point to online sales being great. And so if this is the direction that you want to take your business, you have to start making those small gradual changes like I did to move out of the mall. So when I took that time out of the stores to focus on online marketing, I did not let myself fail. I was not gonna fail. I worked way too hard, way too many hours, way too stressed out, but it got me to the place that I'm at here today. So just making those small changes so that you're working this business how you want to. So through online, you can be pushing out blogs, you can be sharing on social media, and you can be email marketing. Now, these are all things that we can do for free within our Avon web office. However, there are some advantages to taking it over yourself. So I wasn't always able to use these fancy software programs or pay employees. I worked so hard to get to that point to where I could enjoy those helpful tips, technology, and tools that has taken my business to where it is today. So when you're handing out brochures, let's see, we got a question from Trina. What exactly does blogging do? How does that help? So, whoops, Rob has a swimsuit picture of me on here. I'm kind of scared it's gonna come up one of these times. I need to take that out of the rotation. Okay, so let me show you. Beauty eRep is my website for attracting Avon customers. On my blog, I put relevant blog posts. So it's somewhat of a journal, but all of the posts that I put on this one are to get more online sales. So working face-to-face with so many customers and the products, I really learned all about our Avon customer. Let me take you through going to search engines. So here, this Avon Campaign 6 2018 skincare sales is one of my blog posts. So I don't know if it has been indexed. No, my employee published it today. So let me show you though. If someone's gonna search for Avon Campaign 6 2018, this here is one of my blog posts. So the search engines have these things called spiders that go all out and find new material. So then it's indexed, and based on how well it's written, how long your website's been around, how popular your website is, how much social media likes and engagement correlate with it. So that's all part of that Google algorithm that determines where you land in the search engines. So the point of making the blog post is to get in the search engine so that customers who are looking to buy Avon can click on your blog and shop with you. So that collecting newsletter subscriptions, that is right up here. So I have people signing up to hear from me every day. Here's my catalog request, so that they can submit their information. Make sure that you can always follow through, or if you're doing something like I did here, make sure you spell it out for them that they do have to place an order before they get a catalog. So those are just different ways of collecting information. So mostly the blogs are for people to find you when they're searching, and you can also share those blog posts on social media. So make sure that when you are tossing catalogs and doing your local marketing face-to-face, that your website is on every single piece of material that you hand out. And if the, oh, you guys almost saw my swimsuit. How does that happen? Okay, now I'm scared to get off there. So I do put that welcome 10 code on the front of the book. Let's see. I don't know if I can get it to show for you guys, but I put the store name, our phone number, and then I say free shipping on $40 orders and 10% off any size order. Use code WELCOME10, one-time use at, and then my website. So books do get pricey if you're trying to reach a lot of people. So definitely invest in business cards and cheaper materials that you can pass out to get your name out there and try to draw people into your website. Town and Country has some great branded materials. I also like to use Vistaprint and overnight postcards. Okay, so that is collecting information, that is putting it out on your marketing materials, providing great customer service. So make sure that you're following up with people. Sarah's laughing at me. My swimsuit, I seriously am really scared to click around on here. Okay. Tiffany, I have my WordPress site hosted on Bluehost. If you're looking for a free option, I recommend Blogger or Wix. I do not recommend WordPress as a free option because they don't want you linking to external sites, which is what the purpose of our blog is. So always provide good customer service. If I have an online customer that has a problem and they contact me, I call that 1-800-500-2866 and I say I'm a customer, and then when I get through, I say I'm an Avon representative and I'm trying to help my online customer. So provide that good service, go the extra mile, and you will have a lot of customers because they like coming to you. You're helpful, you're nice, you give good service, and you provide quality products. So campaign mailer. I'm like their biggest fan, I think. And I use this with both my face-to-face and my online customers. And what it does is it costs me about $1 for each one that I mail, but it saves me a lot of time. And I'm telling you, people still really like to get the hard catalog. So every campaign, I send it out to my face-to-face customers and my online customers. My face-to-face customers, we have about 4,500 names in campaign mailer. Those are people that have actually bought from me before. And then my online customer base is much larger too. So the bigger your lists become, the more you can target and make your marketing focused to be the most effective. So what I do with my online customers is they receive the catalogs for 2 months afterwards. If they don't keep ordering, they don't keep getting the catalog. So it's kind of a positive reinforcement. You really got to watch how much you spend with your Avon business. If you're not making money and you're not having fun at it, then what's the point, right? It's better to have fun, do well, and make money. So campaign mailer is a helpful tool for that. And sometimes adding in your own services like technology or things that are going to save you time or money are well worth it. Delegating tasks. So I think you guys think that I never sleep. How is she everywhere? I have 4 employees, and they all have projects that they work on all the time. So my store is not super busy. Honestly, it does not turn a profit on its own. Because I have built up the online business and my team, I can afford to keep giving them more hours and more projects so we can continue to grow. But they help me with all the tasks that I do every single week. They help me post on Facebook. They help me send out recognition cards. They help me with mailings. So as your business grows, try to get rid of those tasks that are just busy work. Maybe you want to trade product. Maybe you have a young girl who's 13 in your neighborhood and wants to make some money, and labeling brochures would be great, and you can give her a Skin So Soft bundle or something. So you don't always have to be making the money to start being more productive and efficient. And then tracking. So I can't tell you how important it is to track your numbers. There is no business in the world, or there should not be, where they're not looking at their financials to see if they're headed in the right direction. I will show you. So back to my timeline of how things happened. So 2014 was when I focused building online. So I had brain surgery at the end of July 2014. A month later, I went to my first Avon conference, and some people probably thought I was lying because UW was able to just shave this little piece of these pieces of hair right here. So you couldn't even tell that I had the surgery. So that's pretty amazing. But anyways, 4 weeks later, I went to the conference. I was on some pain pills, but it was well worth it. And it really showed me how important it is to commit, even if you're unsure. sometimes you have to take those risks. So you'll see while I try to make slow, steady changes, I've also taken some really big risks. And then in 2015 is when I started purchasing Alma leads. So the business only grew by like 40,000 between that year. And then last 2016, we grew by over 700, I think that's right, 600,000 or 700,000. And then that again in 2017. And I contribute a lot of that to Alma and really delegating over tasks that are not bringing me joy anymore. And creativity. I really do love the social media, the online marketing aspect of the business. I always joke that I force myself to get my housework done before I'm allowed to do Avon. So sometimes it's also about disciplining ourselves and being the most productive that we can. So I want to end this off with some of my favorite services. And again, about taking risks. So I did turn off my auto email that Avon had going, and my online sales since then are up 35%, and they are up, I'm just looking here, the average sale is up to $48. So that's like a $4 increase. So I don't know if my emails are getting through better. I'm picking better topics. The great part about doing your own email program is that you can see the stats. You can see what's most popular. You can see what they're clicking through on. The message is in your control, so you can share what you want to share, you can schedule it, you can automate it. I use Constant Contact. If you don't want to use any extra services, then don't, but I just wanted to share that sometimes it is worth the extra money to do it on your own. Just make sure you have the time and are going to be very consistent about it. Animoto is what I use to make YouTube videos when I share the collages. Okay, let me show you that there. Okay, so Animoto, that's again another paid service. But it draws customers to my YouTube channel, and I am able to include them in my blog posts. So here I try to make videos for potential customers. I try to do tips and training for my team and other Avon representatives. And then I also try to do recruiting videos. So here, the Avon Campaign 7 brochure, that is through Animoto. Pizzap.com is where Lisa Monison recommends, and that's where I make these YouTube covers. So be creative in your marketing. Zoom is what I'm using to show you this right now. Unfortunately, the green screen background is part of the webinar subscription plan, which I have due to the size of our team. So I'm sure there are other programs out there that can help you do the green screen. Don't feel like you have to look professional your first time at it. Just do your best and improve. Buffer is what I use to schedule out my social media posts. Again, you can really look at detailed stats. You can share your blogs. You can share things from Avon Social. I do recommend uploading your own materials instead of sharing from from like the social media center. If you upload yourself, you're gonna get more reach. And then for measuring your website stats, I do have videos both on Stat Counter for Avon and then Google Analytics for Avon too. So if you just type those into YouTube, you should find my videos on that. And then yes, I use WordPress. Hi, I'm kind of like in my own little world over here talking. I use WordPress and it is hosted, but you can do a free blog with Blogger or Wix. Hi, Stephanie. Okay, do you guys have any questions before I wrap it up here? Hopefully I gave you some ideas of how you're going to go out and be marketing your business. I saw again today in our boot camp that Facebook only brings in like less than 5% of my traffic. So that is why I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook. I have limited time being a mom and just being busy all the time. So when I sit down, I try to be as productive as I can. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I will see you later. Bye. You can check out my free tips on makeupmarketers.com. Subscribe and like if you like my channel. Thank you. Bye.